Hello, and welcome to Premier Napa Valley 2025.
Premier Napa Valley is an opportunity for vintners all across Napa Valley to highlight special auction lots, and it's anywhere from 5 to 10 to 20 case lots, and they're unique lots that are special just for Premier Napa Valley. Generally, they are from the vintage that's going to be bottled this next summer. So this year we're featuring a 2023 wine. The proceeds from Premier Napa Valley go back to the Napa Valley Vintners to support their mission of supporting Napa Valley all the way around the world.
Why is wine important to me? I'd like to say it's in my blood. It's in my DNA. This is my 49th vintage this last year around in Napa Valley. And I've gotten so much confidence and so much of a good feeling about what Mother Nature can give to us and I like to say I'm a winemaker, but it's really the yeast that do the conversion of sugar to alcohol. But we guide it, if you will, and it's just been a wonderful ride. I just enjoy the response from people who enjoy the wines. I love to make something that's going to outlive me and still make pleasure for years and years to come. PatentWines.com.
Excellent. Tom, thanks very much for your time.
My pleasure. Keep up the good work.
It really brings people together. It's a fun beverage, really designed to be enjoyed with people. So the conviviality, getting people together, I think is really what the real benefit of wine is at the end of the day. Our website is Trefethen.com. Please come by. We'd love to have you visit.
Ryan, it's always great seeing you, man. Thank you.
See you too, Ryan. Pleasure. Yeah.
To me, it elevates the spirit and heightens the senses. It brings us together. I think a beautiful quote that I've heard about wine is where water divides us, wine unites us. And in water you see your own reflection, and in wine you see the heart of another. And something my grandfather said is that wine has been with us since the beginning of civilization. It is the sacred, temperate, romantic mealtime beverage recommended in the Bible. Wine has been praised for centuries by statesmen, scholars, poets, and philosophers. Wine in moderation is an integral part of our culture, our heritage, and the gracious way of life. So many would always say, so it's up to us to decide what to do with that. And for me, it's what brings people together in connection and elevates the meal to a celebration. We are available at ContinuumEstate.com and throughout this fabulous country and throughout the world. So we distribute directly, but also in great wine shops and restaurants here and all throughout the world. So, yeah.
Carissa, good seeing you. It's been too long. Thank you.
Thank you. Great to see you, Ray. Thank you.
My main business is restaurants, and so I fell in love with wine, and not just obviously enjoying it, but who you share it with, what it means to you, all the hard work and man hours that go into it. It's a special thing to share with people. ReveletteWines.com, ReVelette.
Have you done this before?
With restaurants, you learn how to talk to people.
But wine is everything to our family. It's been our livelihood for almost a century, and it is not lost on us that wine is the reason why we're here today speaking with you. To be able to come here to places like this and share something that has sustained our family for a century is really important to us, and we hope that that translates to the people that get to enjoy it as well.
To learn about you online, what is your website?
It's SalvestrinWinery.com.
Very good. Ladies, pleasure to meet you both, and I wish you success when you take over and control the world. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Wine is important to me because it brings people together regardless of their opinions, their beliefs, and their background. And together, over a glass of wine, we can all understand each other a little bit better. Supery.com, STSUPERY.com.
Wine is special because not only is it delicious, but it really is something that really brings people together, forms bonds, and is just something that is wonderful to share with your friends and family and new people. Our website is peju.com.
Excellent. Always good seeing you, Sara.
Nice to see you as well.
Thank you. You're so sweet.
This is a beverage that was crafted, and it's been part of our culture for millennia. See, it's part of the enjoyment that brings people together. It's an important part of meals, tradition, and storytelling. It's an art form that, isn't going anywhere. It's, as my father always said, it's a biblical cultural tradition, and in this day and age, it's more important than ever. Bring people together around the table, open people up, share enjoyment, and enjoy the good times, the good things in life. www.hydewines.com. You can also visit us at www.hydevineyards.com.
Chris, always good seeing you, man.
Pleasure. Thanks, Ray.
Like a good quartet, somebody can sit down with some good friends, some good food, a beautiful venue, and wine will be the glue that puts it all together. Our website is www.langandreed.com, all spelled out.
Always good seeing you, John. Thank you.
Good to see you too. Have a great week.
Brilliant, plain and simple. Brings folks together, makes you appreciate the moment, and I think that's something we really need nowadays. MorisoliVineyard.com. Check it out, and we've also, of course, on Instagram at Morisoli Vineyard. But yeah, come check it out.
Thank you, Chris. Good seeing you.
Thanks, Ray.
But listen, wine's a great social moment, right? So when we're drinking wine, we're sharing with people, we're chatting with people, we get to know each other just a little bit better. It makes life more fun. www.supery.com.
Very good. Michael, I always love seeing you. Thank you again, and you take care.
Great to see you, Ray. Thanks very much.
When you've tasted something and fallen in love with it, you get a little committed to it. So that's a lot. That's also just part of the fun.
Wine, in my opinion, is the reason that civilization exists. I don't want to get too weird or emotional about it, but think about, humans 10,000 years ago wandering, hunter-gatherers with their families and their possessions, and then they discover this magical beverage that is a way to connect as a community and to enhance stories and to have religious experiences. That is what wine has been for humanity for all of our existence. To be here in the Napa Valley, to walk through vineyards that are family owned, that have been tended and farmed by generations of people who just find it inspiring. I think that to be a part of that is the best use of my time that I could think of. And I just love, at the end of the day, holding that bottle of wine, something tangible. You can look at it, you can say, all that hard work went into that. It brings back memories from the vintage. It can last unlimited, ageability. So I just think it's magical. My website is sjbwinemaking.com. That's Sally Johnson Blum. And then my Stereograph website is stereographwines.com.
Excellent. Sally, good catching up with you again.
Great to see you too, Ray. Enjoy Premiere.
Wine is important because it brings people together and it creates conversations and relationships. JarvisCommunications.com.
Wine is community. Wine is joy. Wine is life. It brings people together. It allows people to invest in each other and have a communal experience where we get a chance to share moments and break bread with each other. It's TitusVineyards.com, super easy. And they can email us at TitusTeam@TitusVineyards.com if they have any questions.
It creates memories. You can be transported with a glass of wine 10 years ago, 3 days ago. It just brings togetherness, I think, and connection. Then you throw in a beautiful lifestyle where you pair it with food and, share it with friends and open people's minds with trying new things. It's never ending. Wine is so important. It's a part of our humanity. It's ChaseSellers.com. Easy peasy.
That's the whole pitch right there, Alise. Really nice meeting you. Thank you.
Pleasure, Ray. Thank you.
Wine tells a story, and that's the way that I look at it. Also being on the farming side, every vintage is a story, and in essence, wine is a time capsule, and that time capsule that you can share of experiences and weather and the people that you're with and the food that you're eating, and it's just such a beautiful part of life to enjoy. www.sthelena.winery.com.
Very good. You did that well. Thanks very much, Lindsay.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Wine is important because I think it's a gathering tool. It's a social tool. It's something that honestly, I feel like we enjoy sharing with people. And I would say that most people purchase wines not just for themselves, but to actually share with people that they enjoy being around. That's what I live by. And I think that's what most people live by. Not only is it the taste, but it's just the sharing of the product itself. It's thedebatewine.com. Pretty simple.
Not a tough one. Todd, nice meeting you. Thank you for putting up with me.
My pleasure. Thanks, Ray.
Well, I mean, the obvious answer is it brings people together. You see the crowds that are here. It's a great play to meet people from around the world. It truly brings people together. Volker Eise, FamilyEstate.com.
Alex Dan, good seeing you. Thank you.
Likewise, Ray. Thanks for stopping by.
Well, it brings people together. I've never seen people who are really unhappy when they're together drinking wine. And good wine is really, I think, a special event. Something to really share and enjoy, sip, let it linger, and enjoy it. I know it brings people together here in the valley. I mean, even all the vintners and the growers. It's a really nice, tight-knit community. Everybody wants to see everybody do well. www.panicvineyards.com. Panic is spelled P-A-N-E-K.
Wine is food, It's, I have a glass of Cabernet here that's 14% alcohol, but the other 85% is the water. Comes from the grape, 1% acid and tannin. But wine is, wine is food, and here in California, it's, it's the number one crop in terms of value for the state. So it's extremely important for United States economy, for California's economy, and as I mentioned earlier, wine brings people together. It has been doing so for thousands of years. It's got so many meanings, whether it's a religious meaning, whether it's significance when it comes to status. Some people drink wine because status makes them feel a certain way. Right. And they should. Wine is probably the only thing that really can preserve time and place in one single container over decades. TheVice.com.
Easy to remember, just like you said. Yeah. Malik, a real pleasure meeting you finally. Thank you.
Likewise. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wine is important for so many reasons. I think culturally it's very important. It's important. I grew up here in the Napa Valley. It's very important to my friends and my family. It's important to the culture. It's important to food. It's important to gathering with friends. It's important for more than I can even explain in this quick answer. But I think, in recent history, people have forgotten a little bit about the importance of wine. And we travel to Europe a lot, and it's easy to remember when you travel to Europe, and food is on the table everywhere, and it's part of the culture. And it is really that way here in the Napa Valley, and we want to see that through the rest of the country, because I feel like we're losing that a little bit right now. LastBottleWines.com.
It's very clever how you came up with that one.
Yes, it's very complex. We thought a lot about it, yes.
Wine is important because it brings us pleasure. It brings us together, it creates community, and it has so many different facets to it. You can never stop exploring. I've been in the business a million years, and I don't know everything about wine, but I'd love to keep exploring it. Yeah, bbwines.com. We're there, or BeaullieuVineyard.com. We're there.
Well, thanks for taking the time. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Ray. It's great to see you.
Wine is important because it carries on a tradition for so long. We were just in Portugal pouring our amphora wine at Herdade de Roussem winery. And there the people have, I'm going to cry now because it's a 2,000-year-old tradition of making wine in amphora. And you just feel that tradition. And you feel the people's energy, you feel the food and the wine working together with the countryside. It all comes together, and it is part of, I'm just so convinced ever more so that it's just vital to human tradition and well-being. in moderation, of course, but there is something extraordinarily special about that kind of communion, that kind of mutual respect, that kind of living amongst the vines that we get to do here. Gives me energy every day. That's why. The best way to learn about us is at Tres Sabores on Instagram. But our website is tresabores.com, and we're on Facebook as well. But we would just really love to have you come around and say hi. We're in Rutherford, the Rutherford Bench, and about as far west in Rutherford as you can get. So come on by.
Well, wine's important, well, for us, for a lot of reasons. Obviously, we grow grapes and make wine, but it's really, I think, important it helps bring people together. It's enjoyable with meals. It's part of our culture. It's part of a meal for us and so many people. And it's just an enjoyable beverage to have with food and enjoy with friends. It's a very social beverage. Like I said, it brings people together, it enhances conversation, and just very, very enjoyable. We're at SalvestrinWinery.com, and actually I encourage everyone to go visit it. My daughter Emma just redid the website, and it's just fantastic. It tells all the history from the 1930s when my grandparents bought the property. Even before that, tells about the story about Dr. Crane. Very, very well done website. Very concise story of the family.
Excellent. Rich, good seeing you again, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Why is wine important? Oh, wow. It brings us all together, you know. It gives us a community that we can gather around. So that's why this is important. There's not too many people that specialize in Petit Syrah. So this is a whole community of people that are gathering around this wine. And I think that the same can be said for Zinfandel. It's like a small community, and people gather around things that bring them together. You know, our website, greenandred.com.
Wine is important because it brings people together, and it really lets you delve into your creative mind. A lot of people think that wine is something that is too intense for them, but really to me it's up to each person, and it's a very subjective, in my opinion, but it's fun to get a bunch of people around and drink wine and talk about how much you love it. Our website is coquerelwines.com, COQUEREL wines.com.
Lily, thanks very much. Good seeing you again.
Good to see you too. Thank you.
Wine is important because if you look at it in terms of its culture, it's convivial. If you open a bottle, you have friends around the table. It's not something that you can sort of click on a button and like. You have to have friends around that table and share that, and that kind of interaction is something that's kind of part of who we are, and to be part of that and get pictures sent to you throughout your whole career of some of the greatest times in people's lives with your wine in the middle of their table. Goes beyond the beverage, you know. So the website, you can go to alisewinery.com. We're on TOCK, T-O-C-K, which is a really interesting reservation system for the Napa Valley. It allows us to list the menu of all of the options for tasting at the winery. We're one of the few wineries that actually offers an all-white wine flight. So we're trying to respond to kind of the needs of our enthusiasts out there. So you can go to HQ Winery on TOCK, or you can go direct to alisewinery.com and see what we're all about.
I think it connects people. It's, oldest craftsmanship. It connects people with food, countries, cultures. So I think it's a great way to have people come together and share a good time. FeMaWines.com and ChiraRojaVineyards.com.
Very good. Jesse, nice meeting you. A pleasure.
Nice meeting you too. Thank you.
Wine is important because it brings people together. You know, you can share a cocktail with friends. Everybody has a different cocktail. You can have a beer. Everybody has a different beer. But when you have a bottle of wine, you're all experiencing something together. We talk a lot about there's a great wine, but there's also the great wine moment, the great wine memory, something that you've shared, the bottle that you share with your friends. That's the best bottle of wine, and that's what's different. www.tierraroja.com, TIERRAROJA. Come and visit.
You've only done that with me about 1,000 times. Linda, thank you, and very good seeing you.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Ray. Appreciate seeing you.
Wine is important because it is the
culmination of lots of different people and influences. It's historical, but it's also something of the present. It's, I think, particularly here in California, being a New World wine region, it's important because it's incorporating a lot of traditional within the New World, and I think also within the valley itself, it's an important economic factor. You know, it sustains a lot of people, not just people that are directly related to the wine industry, but people who love this place and love the Napa Valley, and so I think specifically it's important to Napa, but it's also important all around. OakvilleRanch.com.
Why is wine special? Wine is special because it brings us together. It makes us put phones away. It is a form of travel. Like, what other beverage can you transport yourself to a different place? So to me, it's a little bit of a time capsule. It can take you back in time. It can take you to another place. I think it's convivial. It makes us slow down in this incredibly fast-paced life that we live. And it's, it's centuries old, which is amazing. www.chimneyrock.com. Easy.
Very good seeing you. Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming, Ray.
It brings together family and friends all over the world. LindstromWines.com.
Oh my gosh. Well, it brings people together, and it just allows people to have conversations and talk, and goes great with food. It's all the cliches are true. It's just a wonderful beverage. It's part of life, makes life better. CliffLady.com. Thanks, Ray. Appreciate you being here.
I appreciate it. Why is wine important?
Wine is most important because it acts as a social glue and a way to connect people, places, and things that would not otherwise have been able to connect. It is a facilitator of connection, and in this day and age especially, anything that can bring people closer together is something that is worthwhile. It's going to be Vinrock Wine Caves is the website. Feel free to go check us out, join the mailing list, and we'll see you soon.
You've done this before.
Never.
David, thanks for your time. I appreciate it.
Cheers. You got it.
Nice meeting you.
Great to meet you.
I think every bottle has its own story, the way it grows, all the regions of in Napa and around the world, every single vineyard, every single block, almost every single vine is, slightly different, has its own life, and brings complexity to the wine. You'll never make the same wine from the same block. It's always nice to see what, the vintage brings you, and it's always, beautiful to open a wine of something you created, and nice to remember how hard you worked to make that wine. And so our website is AntonoriNapaValley.com, and there you'll find wineries in California, Washington, Chile, and all over Italy.
This was relatively painless, wasn't it?
Yeah, not too bad.
All right, nice meeting you. Thank you.
Nice meeting you. Thank you.
Why is wine important? It's a difficult endeavor for people. We take it pretty seriously. I don't know that we should take it seriously, but I think the fact that it has a history of over 5,000 years and that we're all still working really hard at making it taste good, I think that's a good enough reason for it to be important. But I like to drink wine. I like to make wine. So, that's why I'm in it. And I think that's why most people still do it. AcumenWine.com.
Very simple. Yeah. Charles, nice meeting you. Thank you.
Nice to meet you as well. Thank you.
So for me, it's always, for my family, it always unites everybody. Every wine is different. So for me, wine's always storytelling. So you're telling what's happening for the vintage, who made it that year, what was the weather like. Even sometimes you talk politics and sports, what happened. So for me, it's the conversations that happen around the glass of wine that's massively important for me. So and also if it's great, it's even better. The conversations are better. 7apart.com. Pretty simple.
That was terribly challenging, wasn't it?
Yeah. A lot easier in the last one.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
All right.
Wine glues us together. People have been making wine and enjoying wine for thousands of years. It has an amazing history and culture, and it brings people together, and it's delicious. It's part of dinner. It's a grocery. www.corison.com.
Ooh.
Man, wine's so special in so many different ways. It's like an avenue to tell a story, to tell about a vineyard, tell about a winery, tell about people, and it's something that you just, listen to the crowd. We're happy, joyful, we're just sharing wine, so it's just something that's special, that's unique, that you can't find in another beverage or anything. It's just it's a family-friendly atmosphere that I love. You can go to robertmondaviwinery.com.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it. Curtis, good seeing you, man.
Pleasure to see you as well. Thanks.
Thank you.
Oh, that's a great question. I love wine because I love food and I love people and I love my friends and family. And sharing wine and food with friends and family is one of the greatest parts of life. www.ariettawines.com. That's ARIETTAWINE.com.
Karen, a real pleasure to finally meet you.
Very nice to meet you too. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
All right, have a great day.
I don't know. I feel like wine is life. Like it gives you life. It gives life. Celebrate with it. Share it. It's life. It gives life. It's www.joviawines.com.
Victoria, pleasure meeting you.
Thank you.
I think the wine throughout the history of the humankind has been very important. The wine has been a part of living for forever. Romans drank it, ancient Greeks drank it, Lebanese wines were incredible, made years and years ago. I think it's a part of the society. It lets you enjoy the food, it lets you enjoy the company. You open the bottle of wine, you enjoy it with the people you love, people you want to spend time with. It brings out the conversation. So I think the wine helps us get together and enjoy the moment and live in that moment. So my Instagram is lawyer_Somm, SOMM. My name is Guna Ose, and I would love to advise you on what Premier Napa is all about. I've been coming here for 3 years, and I know a lot of winemakers, and there's so many unique things that you can discover about Premier.
Very good. Guna, thank you. It's nice meeting you.
Very nice to meet you. Thank you, Ray.
Oh my God. Wine brings people together. It represents where it comes from. It brings joy and it improves lives. It's www.crockerstar.com.
You're awesome, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Wine's important to me because it's a part of life, but bringing people together. From a very young age, I started drinking wine when I was 2 with the family around the dinner table. It was all about that community of bringing people together, enjoying a meal, enjoying conversation, and just solving the world's problems, kind of one statement at a time. Our website is www.mtgawines.com.
Excellent. Thank you, man.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
Oh, why is wine important? Isn't that a great question and so relevant in today's industry? To me, why wine is important is it connects place with people, gives you an association of what's going on that year. I had a winemaker a long time ago, a mentor of mine, tell me every bottle of wine is like a snapshot of a memory. And as a winemaker, that's easy for me to understand, but so many people relate to that as well. So that's really what I think about when I'm crafting wines, and that's why wine is important to me, relating things to people. Just Alpha Omega, www.alphaomegawinery.com. You can get right there. Easy to go.
Excellent. Melissa, nice finally meeting you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To the world, a wine is a great beverage. It's got like 8,000 years of history. It's a great way of preserving fruit, and it makes you happy. It's a great thing, and it's food. Website is very easy. It's nemerever.com. Nemerever.
Hey, you pronounced it right.
Yeah, I know. When I was in grade school, I used to cringe when they called the roll. Teachers would always butcher it.
I think wine's important because it's a sense of community. I mean, being here in the heart of the Napa Valley, you produce something that people enjoy and bring into their homes and share with their friends and family. So I think it builds a community, and there's no greater sense of community than sitting down, enjoying good food and good drink with each other. It's groundedwineco.com.
Okay, that was a simple question of the day.
That was easy.
All right, Alex, nice meeting you. Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you very much.
All right, sure.
I think wine is most important because it connects people. It's a beverage that is meant to be shared. It can tell a story. just on its own merit. So I think that is probably the most important aspect of wine. And then just the variety and all of the different flavors and textures and aromas that different wines can bring make it pretty unique in the beverage space. Paradox.com.
Hudson, a pleasure to meet you. Thank you.
Nice to meet you too.
I shut up, didn't I? That was good.
Wine is important because it helps break barriers and bring people together. You share it at a meal, and it shares an experience that you can only have at that point in time. Our website is anglenook.com.
You did that very well. Thanks very much, man.
Cheers. Thank you.
It's historical. It brings people together. It's something that brings people joy, complements food, complements occasions. And it's delicious. LaleVineyards.com.
Excellent. Matthew, nice meeting you.
Thank you, Ray. Appreciate the time.
Why is wine important? Wine's important because it brings people together. It's an opportunity for friends and family to gather, share a meal, enjoy some wine. It's an alcoholic beverage as well, so it loosens things up. What's the old saying? In vino, what is it? In vino veritas, truth in wine. I don't know. I think it's a great way to bring family and friends together, to communicate, to enjoy one another's company. Go to sullivan.com and check us out. We're located in the heart of the Napa Valley in Rutherford, California.
Excellent. Jeff, good seeing you, man.
Yeah, you too, Ray. Thanks.
Wine is important because wine is life. It's the drink of life that surrounds your family table, our family table, worldwide. www.patentwines.com.
Painless. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Ray. Appreciate it.
Wine is important because of its social aspects, its health benefits. For me, I love studying wine because it's history, geology, politics. It's everything that you want to know about the world in a wine glass, and makes people feel great, right? BeaulieVineyards.com. BeaulieU, Vineyards.com.
That's why I say BV. It's just easier.
Exactly. Yeah. It is a little bit easier, but.
Thank you. It's nice meeting you, Jenny.
You're welcome. Nice to meet you too.
Why is wine important? What a great question. I think it's so convivial. It brings people together. It's one of those things where everybody can appreciate it on so many different levels and share their thoughts, feelings, and emotions about it. So we have two websites. We have daviesvineyards.com and schramsbergvineyards.com. Schramsberg, obviously, for the bubbles. Davies for the Pinot and Cab.
The man is thinking on his feet. Fred, good seeing you, man.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Good.
Because it's a transfer of an emotion from a bottle to the consumer.
It's community, it's family, it brings people together. It's a discussion piece, and it's a way to break bread. Concrete.com.
Why is wine important? It's important because it brings people together. I think that's the most common drink, alcoholic drink, that helps people to be together. You don't drink a wine all by yourself. Usually you want to share. You want to share what you found and all the different productions that you can find around. Everything is by style. You can make so many good different wine and different styles, especially in this valley. And it's always great when you find a good bottle and something you love to bring it to your friends. www.marcianoestate.com.
Good seeing you, man. Good luck with your lot. I hope you do well.
Likewise. Thank you so much, Ray.
Wine is the defining moment of any good meal. Any good time together, it is a glass of wine that's bringing that together. I don't see how civilization happens without wine. BuenaVistaWinery.com or BoissetCollection.com. Come and visit us. One of the most beautiful wineries in all of California, Buena Vista.
I would totally agree with that, and you're not biased at all.
Not at all.
Always good seeing you, man.
Good to see you too.
To me, wine's about connecting and sharing and telling stories with each other. Vineyard7and8.com. So the numbers are numbers and is spelled out.
That's really easy. We like it when it's easy.
Yes, sir. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Because it enhances life. It makes everything better. Meals, conversations, company. Why not? ATCwines.com.
Robert, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Rick.
Thank you.
Wine is special because it brings people together. It makes everybody smile, and it's a very essential part of life.
A lot of smiling going on here today.
You bet. It's www.paulacornell.com.
Awesome. Look forward to seeing you on Sunday.
Thank you.
If you look around today, you have a bunch of wonderful people. They're here drinking wine, smiling, laughing, and I
Excellent. Sara, nice meeting you. Thank you.
Very nice to meet you.
I think wine is important. I mean, on my business card, the back of it says Super Omnia Vino, above everything wine. And everybody from my 7-year-old son to my wife, every one of us live and breathe wine. Our family comes to the crush pad in the morning at 5 a.m. during harvest to weigh fruit. And the reason isn't because we want to make 100-point wine, even though we do. The reason what gets us out of bed every day are the life-changing experiences that we had enjoying some of the greatest wines in our life. The opportunity to sit there around a table with friends and converse and really, have fireworks go off in your brain. I think that's what wine's about. Website is www.pineridgewine.com or pineridgevineyards.com if you prefer. It's up to you.
Excellent. Josh, good seeing you, man.
Great to see you as well. And you out there.
Wine is important because it's joy. You get together with friends, other wine-related people, and you have a great time, and wine is a part of that. For me, I'm a third-generation winemaker. I grew up around it, got to taste little sips at the table since I was young. So for me, it's family and it's life. It's always been a part of meals. It's always been a part of celebrations, and it's always just been something that I enjoy. It doesn't need to be a big deal. It's just a beverage, but it happens to be a beverage which can be complex and rich and beautiful, and above all else, you can share that passion with other people. Our website is VGS Chateau Patel. You can just search that and it will come up. I'm just the winemaker. I'm not the marketing guy, so I don't know everything. But
there's no such thing as just a winemaker.
Okay.
Erica, it was nice meeting you. Thank you.
Yeah. Enjoy. Have a great time. So many great wines here.
Wine is important because it brings people together. It's a drink unlike anything else in the world. It changes year to year, but it always brings people together, and that's important. Our website is jennamaurice.com.
Very good. Painless. You're all done.
Yeah, I did it.
Thank you very much, Mara.
Thank you.
Well, I've been drinking wine since I was a kid, thanks to my parents. I had a Swiss mother, French Swiss mother, and an Irish father, who planted Cabernet in 1964. And so I went to UC Davis and graduated with 2 degrees there, and was hired by Joe Heitz. So I worked under Joe and Andrei Chelichev. I bottled Heitz's 74 Martha's Vineyard, so that's how long I've been doing this. In the 90s, I started mountain farming up with started Pride Mountain Vineyards with Jim Pride, made Pride wines and Paloma wines, and they encouraged me to do my own brand. So I've lived on Howell Mountain for 36 years, decided that Robert Foley should be a Howell Mountain wine. So we started bottling Robert Foley in 1998. So it's basically my way of life. Yeah, it's robertfoleyvineyards.com. So you can go there, and if you hit the /trade, you'll find out more about me than I know.
Wine's important. It brings people together. It's food and culture. It goes back to generations, 8,000 years. It's always brought people together. It does so today, and it'll do so tomorrow. srtonellaCellars.com. And you can look us up and come visit us, and we'll make more wines.
Excellent. Steve, good seeing you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Wine brings people together, and I think that wine is bottled in a format that is meant to be shared, right? You could drink a whole bottle to yourself, but really I think it's better to share it with others, and it helps to bring people together, to create memories. It speaks to a place and to people and to a time. And I think wine is something that you can never know everything about. And so if you're intellectually curious, you're going to learn something new every day with wine. So it's a great industry to work in for me because I get to do something different every day and learn something new every day. Our website is staglandfamily.com.
Very good. Nice meeting.
Nice to see you. Thank you so much.